sea lions and dolphins, and welcome to Literacy for today and brand new week, and it's Monday the 8th of February. I hope that you all had a good and restful weekend and that you're ready to get going on some exciting literacy work that we've got planned for today. Now, I have been really enjoying the Iron Man, which I hope you have as well, but we have been doing it for 3 weeks now, so I've decided that we need to move on to a new unit, and we're going to be having a look at some non-fiction work in our writing. Hopefully you will have remembered, year fours, that non-fiction is writing about information or facts rather than poetry or stories. Now, you might guess from looking at my background, I've specially chosen it today, year fours, because there's a bit of a clue in the background as to what we are going to be doing our writing on. So have a look. If you've got an adult with you, you can have a guess at what we're going to be doing. You might spot just over my shoulder here some buildings. I don't know if you recognise what kind of period of history they're from. They are Tudor buildings, and we are going to be doing our writing on our history topic of the Tudors, and specifically we are going to be writing about the most famous Tudor of them all, King Henry VIII. So that is going to be our task for the week. We are going to be writing an information page all about Henry VIII. Now, there's a few things that we need to do when we're writing information, and we need to do a few things before we can actually start writing our page and getting our facts organised. So I'm going to share my screen with you so we can go through today's lesson. Okay, just going to take you back to our learning objective, which is here, and I've put a picture of Henry here for you to have a look at as well. So I've been a bit mean today, year fours. I've given you 2 objectives that I would like you to achieve in today's literacy. The first one is to read information from a text and to find facts, and the second one is a bit trickier. It's to organise your facts into subheadings. The first one, to read information from a text and find facts, I've included on the next slide on the sway 2 links for you, which will take you to 2 different websites with lots and lots of interesting facts all about Henry. Now, feel free to use any websites or videos that you found yourself. This is just to give you a start. And I know you've been doing a bit of work with Mr. Pharaoh on Henry, haven't you? So you might already have quite a lot of knowledge and facts in your head that you want to include on your information page. Now, the second one is a little bit more tricky. So it's up to you really, sea lions and dolphins, what you do. You might want to just go onto the websites first, write down as many different facts as you can, and then do the second part of the lesson, which we'll go on to in a minute, where you organise your facts into subheadings. Or you might want to have the subheadings first in your exercise book and put your facts straight into the right place. So let's go on to our next slide and I will show you what I mean. Okay. So along the left-hand side here of our slide, we have different subheadings. Can you remember why we have subheadings in a non-fiction text? Pause the video, have a little think. Got some examples of subheadings here, or mini headings. Why do we have them in an information text? Hopefully, sea lions and dolphins, you will have said that we have subheadings so that you know how to find the information quickly and easily. You don't have to read all of the whole page. For example, if you just wanted to find out all about the wives and children of Henry, you would just read the information under this subheading and you wouldn't need to have to read anything else. So it's a good way of organising non-fiction writing. So I've chosen here 5 different subheadings or mini headings. An introduction, which tells you what the page is all about. Appearance, which will be everything all about what Henry looks like. wives and children, which will obviously have information all about the famous 6 wives of Henry VIII, and also any children that he had. Events in his reign. So this subheading and information will be all about what happened, what important things happened while he was king. Remember this homophone, sea lions and dolphins, spelt differently, isn't it, from the rain outside if it's raining, which is R-A-I-N, this one R-E-G-N. So what happened while he was king? What important things? And then I always like this subheading, a did you know place, or anyway, you've got some fascinating facts that you think, oh, the reader would like to know. So on the right hand side, look, I've just taken some facts that I found from the different websites, which I'll put the link on the next slide. And I've just written them down in any order, which again, you might want to do that first, just gather your facts. Now I'm going to have a go at organising them so that they are in the correct place underneath the correct subheading. When you write your subheadings, Year 4s, I always think it's a good idea to underline them with a ruler so that you know that that's their subheading and it stands out. Okay, so I've got my facts on the right here. Now I'm just going to pick one here. So here it says he was handsome in his youth. So when he was young, Henry was a handsome king, but became fat and bloated as he got older and ate too much and drank too much. He became very fat and bloated. Now, which subheading do you think that piece of information or that fact needs to go under? Okay, well done, Year 4s. Hopefully you will have said that is about his appearance. So I'm going to slide that in underneath appearance. Okay. Next one. Let's go for this one at the top. Henry was the most famous Tudor king. So that is telling you, that fact is telling you a little bit about a general fact about Henry, that he was the most famous Tudor king. And I'm hoping you're going to agree, Year 4s. That will go in the introduction. The introduction is always a tricky one when we do this in class. What goes in the introduction? The introductions are normally quite short and it's just a bit of general information about the page that you're going to be writing. Okay, next one. He started the Church of England. So he started a new church. Before Henry, there was no Church of England. There was a Catholic Church, but no Church of England. So he started a new church. Which subheading will that go in? I'm hoping you said it's something important, an important event that happened in his reign. So I'm going to pop that in there. So we've just got 3 more facts left. Let's go for this one. He had 6 wives. I think that is pretty obvious. That's one of the most famous things about Henry. Now, I could put it in wives and children. I could put it there. It could also, and there's no right or wrong answer here, could also go in the introduction because that is one of the most famous things about him. So I could put it in either place. I think I'll pop it under here in wives and children. But remember, Year 4s, it's up to you how you organise your writing. And you might find, well, actually, that could go in here. A fascinating fact could be that he became fat and bloated. So you might find that some of your facts could go in under more than one heading. Okay. While he was king, he ordered more than 70,000 people to be executed. So he ordered all of these people to be killed, which is quite an incredible thing. It's something that we can't really imagine. Certainly not our Queen today doing that. And I think that's a bit of a fascinating, interesting fact. You might say, did you know? So I'm going to pop that into here. One fact left, and it was his first wife was Catherine of Aragon. So that will definitely need to go in here. Okay. Now, I haven't left myself any space, Year 4s, to put any more facts, but when you do this in your exercise books, if you make sure that you've got a few lines underneath each heading so so that you can put in a few facts. I would say, apart from the introduction, which might only be 3 or 4 facts, I would put at least 5 or 6, or you might want to do more if you want to challenge yourself, 5 or 6 or more facts under each of the different subheadings. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to me. Stop sharing my screen. Go sea lions and dolphins. So quite a lot in this literacy lesson today. So it might be that you make a start on it this morning, have a look at those websites that I've shown you, and again, if you want to watch any videos or explore, do remember you can Google Henry VIII. If you type in, we've practiced this in computing, haven't we? If you type in your search engine Henry VIII for children or Key Stage 2 facts for Henry, and see what other things that come up. That will be always a good thing to do. So you need to gather your facts and then organise them so that you've got the correct facts under the right subheading. And if you want to, Year 4s, I really don't mind, but if you want to, you can include some different subheadings. If you find on the website you've got something different, I've done 5, which I think is the minimum that you need to do. You need to have at least 5 subheadings. But if you want to add in 1 or 2 more, that's absolutely fine as well. Now, we are going to be using the facts that you have found today in tomorrow's lesson. So it is one of those lessons where to be able to do tomorrow's work, you have to do today's first. So if you make sure you get organised with that so that you'll be ready for tomorrow's literacy. And then I will see you for your next lesson. Enjoy your fact finding. Henry VIII is a fascinating king, so hopefully that